Damn, don't know what I was thinking, bruv. Fucking McTominay, bruv. I could have been doing so well, you know. I've climbed from like 35th, 36th to 14th in the league, and I had McTominay as my captain. Yes, my Between the Liners, welcome back to the latest episode for the review of Game Week 16 in the BTL Pods Fantasy League. I know we're nearly halfway through the season, but I'm telling you now, in this episode today, we have some contenders, some early contenders for Howlers of the season. Not Howlers of the game week, Howlers of the season. You heard me right. Starting with the bonus features this week. Sorry, man. Obviously, you guys, a lot of you had Haaland, and some of your vice captains absolutely stink, and I'm going to get into that very shortly. But starting with the bonus features, also potential Howlers of the season. Firstly, which isn't that bad, bench boost. One bench boost was used. Naim 11. His bench boost got him 11 points, mainly because of Emi Martinez. Naim, get in the comments, are you disappointed or not? 11 points, are you satisfied? Is that enough? Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see at the end of the season. The next bonus feature used. And I don't know what you man are on, what you man are thinking, what happened to you guys this game week. Did you think it was a double game week? Clearly not, because the game week happened midweek and then you done this later. 3 triple captains used this week, this game week. Are you man nuts? Are you actually crazy? Potential Howlers of the season shouts. 3 triple captains. One of them, we thought he was out. We thought he was dead and gone. Param, bottom of the league, is actually still alive. He's made changes to his team. And he made Haaland triple captain. Sheer signs of desperation for Param. His team is called the A team. I told you months ago you need to change that to the Z team. You're bottom of the league. Your triple captain was Haaland. Because Haaland didn't play, as you all know, his vice captain was Odegaard. Arsenal lost 1-0 to Aston Villa away. Odegaard did nothing. He missed a one-on-one chance, a good one-on-one chance, actually, against Emi Martinez. Odegaard got him 6 points because he got 2 times 3. Param's triple captain is wasted on Odegaard at Villa away. And he's a Chelsea fan. He's not even an Arsenal fan. So I don't know. Obviously, I guess he thought Haaland was going to play. But you got to be careful, guys. This is a warning sign to all of you in the future. Some of you need to pay attention to your vice captain, because it's not guaranteed that your captain is going to play, whether that's Haaland against Luton or not. Second triple captain, another shout for Howler of the season. 2 weeks ago, he came into the league for the first time. Baruga, he's 47th out of 49. He's got Saka as his triple captain. Baruga, my guy, Baruga Heights, get in the comments. What the hell was you thinking? Saka triple captain against Villa away. Saka scored 3 goals away from home this calendar year, if I'm not mistaken, in the Premier League. Some of you guys really need to do your research. The signs of desperation reeks. Why didn't you wait till double game week before you did triple captain? You man have lost your mind. Third one. This guy has been team of the season twice already this season in the 16 game weeks we've played so far. And he's made a fatal error. He tried to go Haaland triple captain against Luton. Instead, his vice captain is David Raya. How have you guys used 3 triple captains on Arsenal players because of your vice captains, or one of them wasn't even a vice captain, he was a straight out captain in Saka? Prenon, Curry Muncher 11. Explain yourself, my guy. It's David Raya as his triple captain has got him 6 points. How are you guys using triple captains, wasting triple captains on Odegaard, Saka and Raya? Potential Howler of the season shouts have started already. You three, you're in the nominations. Moving on to the captaincy situation. As you guys all know, Haaland didn't play this weekend, this game week, surprisingly, against Luton, and you was all banking on him. There were 34. I'm going to split the topics from captains and vice captains. We're going to get to that shortly because there's more Howlers to come. The captaincy first, the main captains. There were 34 choices for Erling Haaland, which means there were 34 vice captains that came into play. 34 choices for Haaland. Salah, which was the next best captain as a whole, because two people had him as vice captain. Son, sorry. Salah as a captain had 10 choices and he got 26 points. Saka had 3 choices. Baruga obviously had him as triple captain. Andre had him as captain. Bilal had him as captain, and Saka only got 4 points. Potential howler of the season again. We're here again, and it's me. I had Scott McTominay as captain. You guys can kill me in the comments for this one. I'll take it. Potential howler of the season. I thought he was going to score against Bournemouth. Kill me. He scored against Chelsea midweek. I thought he's going to get a few opportunities against Bournemouth. He's our top goal scorer. We're playing at home. The guy did absolutely nothing versus Bournemouth. Anonymous on the pitch. It's a horrendous decision from me. And I got 59 points. So I could have done even better this week if I'd chosen Son, or like I did last week, or Salah, or even Haaland. I would have had Salah as vice captain. What the hell was I thinking? Putting Scott McTominay as my captain. I've been doing so well recently, man. You guys can kill me for that one. I'll take it. Next. Garnacho as captain. 4 points from Safe, the underachievers, and my guy. I don't even want to rinse you. I feel like I rinse you on every video. And I get it. You were trying to do a little differential in the captaincy choice. You tried to take a risk. I respect it. But my guy Safe, you're like 41st or 43rd out of 49. Just do some sensible decisions for once. Work your way back up towards the top because you are struggling. Team Easy had Evan Ferguson as his captain, 4 points. I get it. And Brighton scored quite a few goals in there and had an XG of like 5 or 4 this game week. So unlucky to Team Easy, but it hasn't paid off. Maradona, who I think has given up. He's done Rashford as captain again. Not even going to bother discussing it. I think he stopped playing. And he's somewhere near the bottom as well. Moving it on to the vice captaincy situation, and I'm going to put a list here for you guys so you can view it in full because I can't be bothered to screenshot all the pictures of the vice captains. But let's do it. 3 vice captaincy choices for Heung-min Son, the best vice captaincy choice this game week, who got them a massive 34 points. Shahan, who we're going to get to later. Mahir, Gaz, all had Son as their triple captains. That's 3 choices. The next best vice captaincy choice was Salah. He had 26 points as vice captain. There were 12 choices. Well done to you guys who actually pay attention to your vice captains. Now, this is where it gets techie as hell because a lot of you really need to focus and actually pay attention who you're going to be putting your vice captains as from now, because you lot have missed out on some crucial points. And some of you guys really need to get your heads looked at, because what were you thinking? This episode is full of absolute stinkers and potential howlers of the season. Forget howler of the game, it's howlers of the season. And we ain't even got to the howler section yet. Let's go through it. So Son and Salah, done. Alvarez, a decent vice captaincy choice from Vimmel, sensible. One person picked him. Watkins, I hear it. There was 2 of you, Taron and Daniel. I hear it. I don't blame you. Watkins has been in good form, but he only got you 4 points. Foden from Tan. I hear it against Luton. I get it. Jack Ward-Prowse. My guy. You got Salah on your team. You got Son in your team. You got everyone else. You've got Ward-Prowse as your vice captain. What? I can't even be bothered to cut you out, bruv. 4 of you had Saka as your vice captain. Tufail, Dom, Furs and Arky. 1 of you had Garnacho as your vice captain. My big brother Mobin, please get in the comments, my guy. I don't want to rinse you because I got a lot of respect for you, my big cuzzy. But I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to let the comments kill you for that one. Garnacho as your vice captain, got you 4 points. Haroon, regular on the channel, the Asian Andy Carroll, the BTL Pos failed wonder kid. He had Diaby as captain, got him vice captain, got him 2 points. Two of you had Bruno Fernandes as your vice captain. I love Bruno, but come on, guys. 2 points for you guys, Francis and Hamim. Hamim, who we're going to get to shortly. One of you had Mitoma as your vice captain. I get it. 2 points. Yusuf had him as his vice captain. One of you had Rashford as your vice captain. Tyler. Two of you had Odegaard as your vice captain. One of them we've mentioned already in the vice triple captains. Param, who's come back from the dead, had him as Odegaard as his vice captain. Naim also had him as his vice captain, who also uses bench boost this week, as you might remember. One of you had Raya as your vice captain. Prenon, who we've mentioned already. Lastly but not least, one of you had Nick Pope as your vice captain, who got 0 points because he's injured. And I'm not going to tell you who it is because he's going to come into the video later. Nick Pope got 0 points and you had him as your vice captain. You had Haaland as your captain. You had Nick Pope as your vice captain. Howlers of the season, this episode should be called, yeah? Let's move it on. Speaking of the Howlers, let's move it on to the Howlers. Taking it to the team that got the lowest points total this week. And it is the lowest points total that any of us have got in this entire season so far. 16 game weeks in. Hamim, you should be ashamed of yourself. Paris Gangaman, I met him recently and I thought, you know what? This guy knows what he's talking about. He's speaking about United. I hear what he's saying. I thought, you know what? This guy knows what he's talking about. He knows a bit of ball. 13 points, my guy. Look at his team. Haaland as captain, and then he's got Bruno as vice captain, which I kind of get. Bournemouth at home, you'd expect Bruno to get some returns, but it stinks. On top of that, 7 out of his squad of 15 have got 0 points. Hamim, you're Howler of the week this week, but you might not be Howler of the season thanks to the other guys. Get in the comments, my guy. 13 points absolutely stinks. Taking it to the team, second lowest points total this week. We've already mentioned him a few times. He's bottom of the league. He's come back from the dead. How has he made changes in his team this week and he's ended up getting lower than when he weren't making changes for the last month? My guy Param, the A team, aka the Z team, bottom of the league, 19 points this week. Triple captain Haaland, Odegaard vice captain, Diaz, Semedo, Trippier, Anderson, Rice, Mitoma, Odegaard, Casido, Watkins, Isaac, all let him down. You were better off not making changes, my guy, because your ball knowledge absolutely stinks, clearly, on a game week to game week basis. You were better off not changing your team. Because of you, Ryan has actually overtaken you and gone to 48th out of 49th. So well done to Ryan, who's bottom of the league for a few weeks, even though guys weren't even changing their teams. Third lowest points total in the league. I don't know who he is. His name is Francis. His team's called Haaland 36. He had Haaland as captain. He had Bruno as his vice captain. He got 26 points this week, unfortunately. And he's 16th in the league out of 49, so he's not doing too bad, so I'm sure he's disappointed. Other Howlers, obviously myself, I had McTominay as captain. Damn, don't know what I was thinking, bro. Fucking McTominay, bruv. I could have been doing so well, you know. I've climbed from like 35th, 36th to 14th in the league. And I had McTominay as my captain. Oh, fuck's sake, man. Yeah, Prenon, vice captain. Raya absolutely stinks. Potential Howler of the season. Baruga, triple captain. Saka, potential Howler of the season. Moving on to the clash you've all been waiting for. And I told you about Nick Pope before. I told you I was going to mention him. I told you he was a vice captain choice. He's coming up. The battle of Shahan v Shahan. Shahan got 37 points this week. He's 37th in the league out of 49. He had Nick Pope as his vice captain. He had Haaland as captain. So his captaincy brought a grand total of 0 points. No wonder he lost to Shahan this week, because Shahan got 51 points this week. Well done to Shahan, finally beating Shahan after the last 3-4 weeks. He's been taking a battering, but this week he's coming back. And luckily for Shahan, or not luckily, you know what, you could call it tactical and you could call it sensible. Shahan had Son as his vice captain, who came in with a high 34 points. He also had Leno on the bench with 9 points, so he might be a bit disappointed with that. But well done to Shahan. He's closed the gap a little between Shahan and Shahan. The gap between them is now 39 points. Shahan is now 4 places behind Shahan in the table. And look at the games played. They've 16 game weeks. Shahan has won 9 of them. They've drawn 2, remember, 20 million to 1 odds. And Shahan has won 5 of them. So the battle continues. Shahan's got Nick Pope on as his vice captain. Has he given up? We don't know. But Shahan, this is your opportunity to overtake Shahan. The battle of Shahan v Shahan continues. Keep it up, guys. The clash of the 2 titans continues. Moving on to the good picks this week. Third highest points in the week this week. He's a new entrant last week. He was the 49th person we've had in the league. It's Anas. His team is called Lack of Threat. He's actually climbed to 3rd place in the league, which is remarkable. He has 64 points this week. Well done to Anas. He had Salah as his vice captain. He had Porro in there. He had Son in there. Well done to Anas. Very respectable. 2nd highest points in the league this game week. Hassanul, my good mate from the South Coast. Absolute baller. Left-footed as well. His team is called Don't Do That FC. He got a very respectable 67 points this week. Unfortunately, he's 34th out of 49 in the league, but well done to Hass. He got 67 points. He's got Salah as his vice captain, very sensible. He's got Udogie in there. He's got Son in there. He's got Alvarez in there, all who got him decent points, but he was saved by Salah and Son. Well done to Hassanul. Taking it to the team of the week this week, and he's absolutely smashed every team out of the park. No one got close to him this week. Team Hosseina Nojmal from the South Coast. A lot of you South Coast guys in the league. He got 75 points this week, and he's 8th out of 49th in the league. Well done to Nojmal. Absolutely smashed it this week. Leno got him a massive 9 points. He had Salah as captain. He had Son in there as well. And not only that, he's got Cunha. He's got Cunha in his team from Wolves, who got him a massive 9 points. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Cunha's got more than 2 points in his last 6 game weeks in a row. Nojmal, you're playing it very tactical and I respect it. Very knowledgeable guy, and he's rising towards near the top. I respect it a lot, Nojmal. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. We're going to have to take it to the title race. And I know I briefly mention it every week. My little cuzzy, Naib, top of the league for the 12th game week running. Can you imagine? Only 4 weeks he weren't top. For the 12th game week running, Naib is top again. But Team Hunters from Foyjur has closed the gap to 14 points only. Actually, last week I think it might have only been 9 points. So Naib's actually opened up the gap a little bit more, but the gap is only 14 points between 1st and 2nd. Naib, my guy, keep it up. Guys, we've come to the end of the video, but please get in the comments and let me know which one is Howler of the season, Howler of the game week, Howler of the season. So many contenders in this game week alone. Remember, always remember, make sure you fix your vice captain before you press confirm, regardless of who your first captain is, because you never know who might be injured before the game week ends, before the game week starts. This is Between the Lines podcast. Make sure you share, like. Make sure you press like on the video. It will help a lot. Make sure you get in the comments. Not enough you get in the comments. This is Between the Lines podcast. I'll see you in the next one. Change your team. Change your vice captains. Peace out.
Between the lines.